topic for today's session is CV writing and optimization. A curriculum vitae is a document which is sent as an application to jobs adverts or as a speculative approach to prospective companies and are valuable because they are first and maybe only direct communication with a potential employer. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you the speaker for today's session, Mr. Dheeraj Jain. Sir is a chief educator and director at Regraduate. He has graduated from FMS University of Delhi. Sir is an award winning public speaker, a budding writer with over 10 million views on my thoughts on business, life, and career, and an active volunteer with the United Nations, Toastmaster International, and Rotary International. Presently, he is serving as the chair of CIIYI Yuva Delhi. Uh, we are really pleased to have you with us today, sir, and are eagerly looking forward to learn a lot of things from this session. Just a heads up, your active participation is very important for making the best out of the super informative and helpful session. So I request everybody present here to ask their queries in the chat box throughout the session. We have put everyone on mute in order to avoid any kind of disturbances and background noises. Now, I would like to invite the speaker for today's session, Mr. Dheeraj Jain, to guide us on the subject.
Thank you so much, Aditi, for that serious introduction. Even I felt sleepy after that, after hearing my own introduction. But yeah, guys, let's not try to make this session so serious. The best way to make people to sleep is a formal session on Zoom. The next best way is to have a PowerPoint presentation on Zoom. Unfortunately, because we need some visual threads today, we'll have to go to the most deadliest element of an online meeting, that is the PowerPoint. But let's try to make it a little conversational. So can I request the host to unmute everyone or allow people to unmute themselves so that they can speak whenever they want to? And can I also request the participants to not take it as a attendance giving session? We don't have any attendance for this session, right? Or do we? Yes, Simran, do we have attendance for this session or is it like voluntary?
Yes, sir. We have attendance for the UVA members actually.
Oh, that's sad. Yeah, that's really sad. चलो कोई नहीं है, then we'll try to make it little less boring for you ताकि ऐसा ना लगे कि एक और वेबिनार में फंस गए. So everyone here understands Hindi? Anyone who's not comfortable with Hindi, you can unmute yourself, give me a shout out, or you can, I think you have also disabled the chat.
No, sir. I think it's enabled.
The chat is working? Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's not working for me then.
Is it working or not?
I'm not sure.
No, sir, chat is not working.
Okay, Dheeraj sir, I'm making you the host. Can you please do that? Enable the chat box.
I'm not sure how it's. Let me check here. Please do it. Okay. Mute
Yeah.
all. No,
Yes,
here
sir.
we don't want to mute all. Okay. I'm not even sure why have you disabled the chat?
I think it's by default setting.
Allow participants to mute. Yes.
Chat disabled its own.
Here I'm not sure how did you mute the chat. I have never done some censoring work, so I'm not sure how to uncensor this. Anybody who has a prior experience of censoring conversations who can help us with opening up the chat? No one? Okay, I'll just Google it then. Yeah, I'm not sure how to do this. This can we work just with unmuting? You're able to unmute yourself. Can anybody just check and give me a shout out?
Yes, sir. We are able to
Yes,
unmute
sir, we
ourselves.
mute ourselves.
Okay, that's great. Yeah. So let's get starting. Yeah, we're wasting a lot of time.
Yes, sir. If anyone have any question, they can just unmute themselves.
The first thing first, yeah, what are your career interests? That's something we can start with so that I have a brief overview of the crowd before boring you to death. Can we have a quick heads up, like what kind of domains or industry preferences do we have in the room? If we try to make it conversation, it will be less boring for you. If you do not try to make it conversation, then I'll cold call people and I'll make it terrible for that person and comedy for others. So it's completely up to you how you want to go about it. Option one, we do it voluntary. Option two, we may troll a person and then everybody speaks up voluntarily. Come on, guys. So what is your career preference? Any choice, any dream internship, dream job preference? Nobody has anything? IAS,
Sir,
investment
for
banking,
this
consulting,
time,
marketing.
for content
Okay, hi Shali. So which year are you in?
what, sir?
Which year are you in?
First year.
Okay, so you're looking for a content writing internship.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what about others here? Okay.
Sir, IAS.
So let's. Oh my God, IAS. CV क्या करोगे भाई तुम फिर? करोगे क्या CV का?
Hello, sir. Business analyst or marketing?
Okay, that's great. Yeah.
Sir,
Good evening.
signing.
Business analytics and marketing is very
Financial advisor.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Sir, looking for HR in
Okay. HR internships. So how do you build a profile that is bigger than your dreams? The answer is just one slide. This is it. This is the ideal CV that is made across all top schools in the country and overseas. And that's how we'll try to learn to make our CVs today. Anybody in the room who can say that his CV is half as good as this? Give me a shout out here. I'll give you a gift, surprise gift. Anybody?
I think
Sorry?
it's having too much data.
Yeah, it's having too much data. So it's good or bad?
Sir, it will consume a lot of time to go through the CV. So I think it's bad. Maybe I would be wrong or maybe right.
Okay, you think it's bad. So have you heard of this that on an average a recruiter takes just 6 seconds to go through a CV?
Not 6 actually. I heard about 15.
Okay, 15 seconds. Okay, let's say 15 seconds. Although I know it's 6, but yeah. So do you think it is a good? Do you think it's a good CV, bad CV? How many of you think it's a good CV, and how many of you think it's a bad CV? Anybody who says it's a bad CV? It's so
Me.
difficult to read. HRs cannot read it, and recruiters cannot read it in 6 seconds. So it's a bad CV. Anybody?
Yes, sir, it's a bad
Not
thing.
really. It's a
It's a
bad
bad.
CV.
It's a bad CV. Okay, 2 people say that it's a bad CV. Anyone else?
Yes, sir, it's a bad. No, not so good.
Okay, 3 bad CV. Okay.
Yes, it's a bad CV because things needs to be filtered in the CV. I
Okay.
mean, there's
4.
too much of information.
4. It's a bad CV. 4 people say it's a bad CV. Sir, it's not a bad CV because it's bad for reading for you, but this CV has been written for reading by a software. Most companies today use a software called ATS. Anybody knows what is ATS? Anyone in the house? ATS is applicant tracking system. So no big company today uses human beings to go through thousands of CVs. They use a software, just like you Google to find something. When companies get applications these days, they use an applicant tracking system which works in a broader sense like Google to search through and find relevant candidates for them. So that is why this is the best way a CV is made, because it is data rich and it makes your ranking high in that software. That is the perspective of making a CV like this. to get the highest ranking among a pool of even 10,000 candidates who apply to a company in a job. But when you apply with a CV that's good for the software, it gets ranked highly. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Does it now look like a good CV? Not good for reading by human beings, but good for reading by softwares?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, sir.
And that is the lesson number one. Sir, human beings do not read CVs anymore. Softwares do. So your CV has to be optimized for not human beings, but softwares. So do not listen to people who say that your CV should look like this, your CV should have less data, your CV should be attractive. Softwares do not care about attraction. Softwares care about data. And here are the 7 sections that we have, 8 to be precise, that is all the information that it requires in a CV. So the first part about CV, we have converted this session in 2 parts. The first is how do you build a good profile, and the second is how do you write a good CV that is optimized for the software, that is the applicant tracking system. So the first part is how do you get a good CV? You first have to work hard for it. If you do not have something to write, if you do not have enough data to fill in all 8 boxes of the CV structure, how will you have it? If you skip the contact details and interest parts, you still have 6 components that you will have to work around to fill. So how many of you have all elements of these 6 structures? Come on, guys, give me a shout out. Yeah, come on. Yes, no, something. It's going to get boring for you otherwise, not for me.
No.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
So that's our first target. A good CV cannot happen unless you're preparing in your college. So that is lesson number 1. Prepare for it. Academic qualifications and achievements. So I'll tell you, I had Mr. Kumar Mangalam Birla, who came to FMS during my first year, and he told us that CV is not important, marks are not important, you should follow your passion, you should follow your dreams, do not run after marks and CVs. How many of you believe in it? Said by none other than Mr. Kumar Mangalam Birla, that you should not be CV obsessed, you should not be marks obsessed. Anyone in the house?
The marks don't matter much, skills do.
Marks don't matter much, skills do. Okay, anyone else? Do marks matter or do marks don't matter?
Marks don't matter.
Marks don't matter. Okay. That's what Mr. Kumar Mangalam Birla said. Can it be
Knowledge matters.
Absolutely, knowledge matters. Marks don't matter. That's exactly what Mr. Birla said. And just after when Mr. Birla got out of the campus after giving that lecture, we got the notification. Yeah, please.
Sir, there was one question.
Yeah.
As we said that marks don't matter, but when we search for some job, they ask for there should be 60% marks for this job. Then how can we say that then marks don't matter?
I am not saying that. You are saying this, sir. I am not saying anything. It's your friends who are saying this. So just after Mr. Kumar Mangalam Birla left the campus, we got the notification for Aditya Birla Group Scholarship, the scholarship offered by his company that only the top 20 candidates of FMS could apply for based on marks, nothing based on the things that he preached in his session. Just after the Aditya Birla Group Scholarship that was based on marks, we also got notification for an internship from Aditya Birla Group. Again, the cutoff for that was 8 CGPA, although Mr. Birla said marks don't matter. So lesson number 2 in CV making is hypocrisy is the national hobby of Indian corporates. Do not listen to them. Just because somebody says something does not mean he will also follow it. So you have to find your own path. If you want to make a career in any field, the only way people will judge your knowledge, skills is marks. That's a fact. The people who claim on LinkedIn or in guest lectures that marks don't matter will only shortlist you on the basis of marks. So if you do not have a good score in college and if you want to chill out, trust me, you will regret it when you do not have that dream interview offer in campus placement. So marks are extremely, extremely important, sir. And what do we do if you don't have good marks? Try to make it up with other achievements in academic structure. So what do we have other academic things that we can do? Certificate courses, online courses on, what are the platforms that we can do online courses from? Can we have some names?
Udemy,
Coursera.
Coursera, sir.
Udemy.
Coursera, Udemy.
Any other platform?
Grade Up, Upgrade.
Unschool.
Okay, Grade Up.
Unschool.
Funschool. Okay. So I would personally recommend only 3 platforms. First is Coursera, second is edX, and third is Udemy. The reason is all of them have the widest offerings and some of the most affordable courses on the planet. If you are not able to find a good course on them, you will not find it anywhere else. Of course, you can Google. Most of the courses are either free or extremely cheap. Do not go for any expensive course. Any queries, any doubts about academic qualification? How do we build a good academic profile? Marks are important. If you do not have marks, complement them with scholarships, certifications, competitive exams. Try to get some other achievements in academic fields that compensate for the screw ups that you have done in previous years.
So what are the basic courses that are required for a profile, good profile?
Depends on which profile you're asking for.
For MBA, for an
Again, MBA, it depends on which field you want. If you want to go for finance, see, there are 3 skills that you need for anything. First is Microsoft Excel, second is Microsoft PowerPoint, and third is Microsoft Access. You need to have mastery over these 3 softwares if you want to excel in any field. To excel in Excel, that's the first thing that you should aim for. After that, there are a few more things that you can try. One is Python, one is SQL, and other is R. These 3 languages, you can learn basics of these for data analytics. Doesn't take more than a day for each.
Could
These
you
are
please repeat these 3 languages?
Python, SQL, and R. Python, SQL, and R. Works across the fields. You do not have to become a coder. You just have to learn basics of them so that you are good at data analytics. Be it finance, marketing, sociology, any course, doesn't matter. Projects and papers, sir. The next structure is projects and papers. Publishing papers during your college time is a good way. Writing projects, making any project work with your professors, with companies, with government projects, for 3 reasons. First, it's hone your writing skills, it hones your research skills, and third and most important, what is the third thing? Besides honing your writing and research skills, what are the benefits of projects and papers? Anyone else?
it earns you exposure.
Sorry?
It earns you exposure.
Yeah, absolutely. It gives you exposure. When you're researching things, you find out what are the things you do not know. That is why projects and papers are extremely important. So you know what you do not know. Internships and part-time work experience. Try to get at least 4 internships in 3 years of college. That's the minimum that I would say one should target. It can be spread out throughout the 3 years of your work, but that's the minimum that would be required to help you hone your personality as well as to get a good job. So the question is, how do you get your first internship? If you do not have anything at the moment, any idea? What do I do if I do not have any good internship at the moment, do not have good marks? Can anyone suggest me?
Sir, we'll look for internship on platforms like Internshala.
Yeah, but my marks are bad. My CV is not good. I do not have any experience. Nobody will give me any internship. What do I do?
So I would look up for companies and organizations which doesn't value marks. They value knowledge and other skills. And I would look up for budding companies.
Absolutely. If you do not have a good internship at the moment, you have to tolerate a bad one first. Try to aim for startups, work with smaller firms, reach out to people on LinkedIn. Reach out to startups. If you try and reach out to Morgan Stanley on LinkedIn with a bad CV, they will block you. But if you try to reach out to a startup and after working in a startup, you try and apply for a better company, it provides you a ladder. So use startups and small organizations like a ladder if you do not have a perfect CV at the moment, rather than waiting for the perfect internship. Entrepreneurial non-profit ventures. If you have interest in any field, be it entrepreneurial or non-profit, take it up, make the leap of faith and start up anything. What is the benefit of starting up? Any idea? Be it a profit venture or non-profit venture, besides those written on the screen. Anybody here who has a startup already?
No, sir.
No, nobody has a startup. So that's how you stand out of the crowd. We do not have anybody in the room who does not have a startup. So anybody who has a room gets my attention. The job of the CV is to get the attention of the recruiter and to get the attention of the software. So when you have something that others don't have, it gets you attention. And this attention is called spike. Top companies look for spikes in CVs. These spikes come from extraordinary achievement. It can be in academic performance, it can be in extracurricular fields, it can be in any aspect of life, things that others don't have. A unique element of achievement in any of the 6 structures that we are discussing. A good internship where you got a PPO, that's a spike for another recruiter. That you were so good that that company wanted to recruit you even before you graduating from the college. A spike. An entrepreneurial venture that does not do well, but still you tried out and learned a few things, that's a spike. So our aim for building a CV is to get spikes. Spikes are not only great for softwares and recruiters, they're also great for your personality, because it gives you opportunities to do things that others are scared to do, or they are not capable of doing. Does that make sense? Come on, guys, it's getting very boring. Yeah. Any questions, any queries? Positions of responsibility. Very simple reason why you should hold a position of responsibility, because human beings have egos, sir. If you do not learn to manage their egos now, you will regret it later. A position of responsibility provides you the opportunity to manage people.
As we move up in the corporate world, so that ego is an inbuilt feature we all get as a gift, I think.
Absolutely, we all get it, but the art of managing people and managing their emotions is what you start to learn from college level, and what recruiters also look for. That would you be able to fit in a team environment? So you can say that there are 2 people. One is saying that, sir, I can manage a team. मैं कर लूंगा सर, मैं 50 लोग मैनेज कर लूंगा, मैं तो कर ही लूंगा सर, बचपन से टैलेंटेड हूँ. और एक दूसरा बंदा है, he says, सर मैंने 100 लोग ऑलरेडी कॉलेज में मैनेज करे हुए हैं. Who will you hire? Somebody जो वादे करे जा रहा है, इलेक्टोरल प्रोमिसेस, हिंदू को हार्वर्ड बना देंगे, या फिर somebody who says that, sir, I have already done this much for college. While working in this society, I raised 1 lakh rupees for a fest, 100 people. I branded the college in so many newspapers or magazines. Whom will you hire?
The later one.
So do not get bogged down by your own belief of potential. There is nothing like a potential. There is only a wasted potential if you did not experience it in society, in your college. You either experiment with things in your college life and make your potential actual skill. Potential is nothing but a word that we use to satisfy our own ego. I have a lot of potential and talent, although I haven't put it to any use. That is why PORs. Companies look for it, recruiters look for it. What is a spike in a POR? What will be a spike in a POR? Can anybody tell me? In a position of responsibility, if there will be at least 20, 30, 40 people who would have 4 or 5 PORs in your college, right? So what will be a spike? Anybody can tell me? Have we fallen asleep, guys?
Pardon, sir. I was having.
What will be a spike in the position of responsibility? If I am a company, I'm looking for people who have managed people already. If I come to your college, there will be 20 societies, maybe hundreds of position holders. So how
Maybe
will I
the
find out which
presidents
one is better?
who are the president of that particular society, or president, or for example in our college prime minister, maybe that person.
Okay. So president तो वैसे डोनाल्ड ट्रम्प भी थे, काफी अच्छे आदमी निकले नहीं?
A post holder who have made any major changes in the society, maybe.
Absolutely, sir. Results. The
Yeah.
software is looking for results. Where are the results? Show me the results. Data. The software looks for data. The software is not looking for electoral promises. We will make America great again. The software will not give you a chance of again. It wants past tense, not future tense. That is also another important fact to remember. The software is not looking for future tense, it is looking for past tense. So spike is results. Any action or any achievement in your work that created an impact for the college, that created an impact for other members. The second is the quantum of impact. So somebody raised 10,000 rupees of sponsorship, another person raised 10 lakh rupees of sponsorship. What's a spike? 10 lakh rupees. That makes me look at it. Anybody can raise 10, 20, 50,000 sponsorship. That's not a big deal. Another thing would be the number of people managed. How many people did you manage? You're leading a society of 40 people. Okay, good enough. Probably you'll be able to manage people. Or you were maybe leading 20 societies at the same time with hundreds of people. That's a spike. Makes you stand out from the crowd. That's what the software and the companies look for. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Extracurricular endeavors and accomplishments. So at Hindu we do a lot of competitions, debates, MUNs. कुछ फायदा होता है क्या इसका, या खाली पे टाइम वेस्ट करते हैं हम लोग? आज तक किसी को नौकरी मिली है क्या इससे? ड्रामा स्पोर्ट्स करके किसी को कुछ लाभ? कंपनी को क्या मिलेगा एक ड्रामेबाज खिलाड़ी को रख के?
So companies point that out that you are interactive with other activities also.
तो मैं क्या करूं भाई, मुझे नहीं खिलाना स्पोर्ट, मैंने तो क्रिकेट खिलाना ही नहीं है अपनी कंपनी में.
But that capabilities or doing new things or getting involved with the new things or other activities.
Okay. Anything else? Companies look for holistic personality. When you participate in extracurricular endeavors and accomplishment, it helps you hone your personality, and it also allows you to showcase that you have wider interest and wider understanding of life and not just stuck with one particular field that you're studying. That's what companies look for. Hobbies and interests, please do not write Tinder is my hobby or Bumble is my hobby. That's the best way to get rejected in an interview. Also, same is the case with TV series. Writing that your favorite hobby is TV series is like a complete turn off for a recruiter. It's like मार दो मुझे, मार दो, एक और आ गया बंदा जो पूरे दिन बैठ के टीवी सीरीज देखेगा ऑफिस में. इसे तो नहीं रखूंगा, सवाल ही नहीं होता. स्ट्रेट रिजेक्ट. नहीं चाहिए भाई, ऑलरेडी ऑफिस में मेरे 10 लोग देख रहे हैं बैठ के टीवी सीरीज, एक और नहीं. Always have good hobbies and interests. Even if your hobby is watching TV series, please do not write it on your CV. Write only positive and constructive hobbies. It can be theater, dance, or anything that you like, but make sure that it has a positive impact on the person reading the hobby. Red Bull gives you wings. कितनों को मिला आज तक Red Bull पी के wings? Making your CV is like making a marketing campaign. किसी को नहीं मिला सर, बिल्कुल सही, किसी को नहीं मिला. So you always live with a balance of reality and aspiration. That's how we come to the second part of this session, wherein we talk about how do we write a CV. If you worked hard enough to create a CV, it's important that you work harder to write it well. It's the smartest marketing campaigns in the world that change the future of a brand, and a well-written CV can change the course of your career. So it's up to you how much time you want to spend on your CV. Any idea how many hours does a person spend at IIM Ahmedabad for writing a CV? Any guesses? Take a wide guess. 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours. How much time will it take for a person to write a one-page CV?
1 to 2 hours.
1 to 2 hours. 1 to 2 hours. 1
Keen
to 2
about
hours.
his CV.
Okay, 1 to 2 hours. 1 to 2 hours. So the right answer is 20 hours. On an average, a person takes 20 hours to write his CV in a top B school.
And is that time sufficient or more than enough?
That's
according to
actually
you?
average. That's actually average. A lot of people spend far more time. The reason that they spend far more time is you never write a good CV in the first attempt. You always rewrite it. All good CVs are rewritten. They are not written in the first place. So the process of writing a CV starts from creating your original document where you file down all your accomplishments across the 6 structures that we discussed. And once you have a document ready, out of all the accomplishments that you have done, you make 1 page of the best achievements in every section. From academics, internships, extracurriculars, PORs, everything. You do not write everything that you have done. You write the best of it. So if you did a internship with a startup that was only because you wanted better internships in future, you can probably skip that startup internship. Or if you were part of 10 societies as a member, but later on became the president, secretary or something, what would be more important? 10 members, 10 membership of 10 societies, or leadership role in one society?
Leadership in the one.
Leadership in the
So that's what you write. So there is yeah.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Actually, I am a first year student and I have done an internship in an NGO through Internshala.
Okay,
So I
that's
want
great.
to ask that if as I done internship in an NGO, will it be beneficial for me or not?
Absolutely. Anything that you can count as beneficial for yourself, anything that you can demonstrate that you learned something from, it's beneficial for you. It's all about presenting that in your CV. So would you like to tell us what did you do in your internship?
Sir, actually, I have done an HR internship. Like
Okay.
in that, I have done the hiring job. I used to take interviews and I was a head of the fundraiser group too. I just managed that group and motivate fundraisers.
फायदा क्या हुआ? फायदा क्या हुआ? आपकी वजह से कंपनी को कुछ फायदा हुआ? एनजीओ को कुछ फायदा हुआ आपकी वजह से?
Yes, sir. As I was the head of fundraiser group, तो like मैंने उनको जैसे motivate किया तो काफी funds अच्छे से generate होते थे regular basis पे और हमने काफी मतलब meetings वगैरह भी करते रहते थे अगर वो they are not able to
Funds
raise.
generate करे, sir. Impact. What people are looking for while writing and you should provide them is impact. I should not have to ask you this. You have to provide me beforehand that you created an impact. That is why all great CVs are rewritten and not written. You write a draft of what all you have done, and then you filter out the best points of achievements. So you write 6 points about your internship of all what work you did, and then you select 2 or 3 points of major achievements in that internship. At any case, in any circumstance, the CV's length should not exceed 1 page. It's a criminal offense. It's a criminal offense.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So how to top the ATS search results, even if you didn't top the class? Every line in your CV that you write has to start with action verbs. We have a few examples of action verbs on your screen. So any and every line that you write in your CV must start with an action verb. That's a mandate, not option. Why so? Can anybody tell me? Why do you start with action verbs? Why can I say that I did this, I myself a great person, sir?
So only that way we can tell the
To
recruiter that we
gain
have
the
created an
attention.
impact.
To gain attention.
To gain attention, absolutely. To gain attention and to demonstrate work that has already been done. It's just good usage of language. The holy trinity of marketing yourself resides in just 3 words: result, action, context. Anything that you write on your CV, ask yourself, does it tell me result? Does it tell me what action I take? And does it communicate the context of what I want to communicate? How do we do it? Let's take an example. Can anybody tell me what is the result, what is the action, and what is the context here? Elected Joint Secretary of Corporate Relations and Placements team by 200 plus students, conducted 100% placement in a batch of 226, secured participants of 54 new recruiters, and instituted candidate assessment program. What is the result? What is the action? What is the context?
The second one is a result.
What is the second one? Yeah.
So conducted.
Conducted. Okay, conducted. That's the result. Absolutely correct. That's the result. What's the action that you took?
Secured participation of 54 new recruit.
Absolutely. That's the action. And what's the context?
The last one, instituted candidate assessment.
Wrong. That's not the context.
Organized leader.
That's action. That's action. You took action. Instituted candidate awareness program is action.
So context तो फिर पूरा ही हुआ ना?
Sir, 200 plus students.
Elected joint secretary. Why did you do all this? Because you were elected as the joint secretary of corporate relations and placements.
Yes.
Every point that you communicate in the CV must have result. What did you achieve? Was there a benefit to the institute, to the organization that you work for? If you did not benefit your previous organization, why would I waste time with you? You would anyway not benefit me when you did not benefit them. So always demonstrate benefit delivered to the previous institution or organization you work for. Communicate the action that you took to get that result so that it is shown that you took that action. The result was because of your work. And ensure that you communicate the context. The person who's sitting on the table might not know what your corporate relations and placements team does. Can somebody do it with something else in their internship, with anything that they have on their CV right now? Anybody would like to give it a try? Anybody want to convert their internship point on this structure, result, action, context? Are we bored, guys?
No, sir.
हाँ यार, तुम ही 2-3 बच्चे बेचारे जागे थे, बाकी सब सो गए क्या? Okay, thank you so much यार, आप ही 2 बार बोल रहे हो. Cool, not an issue. Recruiters look for distinction and distinguished candidates. And how do you create distinction and distinguished personality? With the Regraduate ARYA framework. Awards, recognitions, initiatives, and achievements. Anything that you do in your college life with any organization, you should try to get and aim for awards, recognitions, initiatives, and achievements. So how would you get an initiative in an internship? Any idea?
By past performances.
That is your work. No. What is an initiative?
Through colleges and made profile on LinkedIn.
Sorry?
Through college opportunity sale and made profile on LinkedIn.
Through connections.
No. Initiative is basically doing something that you were not supposed to do. If you did anything that was not your responsibility, then you took an initiative. So suppose your work was to do sales, but you also help in data analytics, so you took an initiative. This distinguishes you from any other candidate because people like to avoid work. So companies like to avoid candidates who like to avoid work, and they like to hire candidates who take initiatives. Similar is the case with awards and recognitions. What is the difference between awards and recognition? Awarded a pre-placement offer, recognized as the best intern. In award, you get something. In recognition, you get a letter. Makes it easy to distinguish?
Yes.
Sort of.
Yes, sir.
An achievement. What is an achievement? Anything can be achievement. If you did not get award, did not get recognized, couldn't take any initiative, at least make up an achievement, because achievement is something that is mandatory. It has to be there. That is the result. Achievement is nothing but the result that you created for the institute or organization. A good example of how the ARIA framework has been used very well. Awards, the person got pre-placement interviews. Recognition, the person was recognized by ITC. Winner of several competitions. No achievement, I think here. No achievement here. So how do you get all these? When you go out and participate in different things, even in things that you do not like, but try and explore things.
But how to show off that thing, that event which we don't like, we participated in that. We just participated, we didn't won anything, any prize or anything. So how to showcase that?
You can write participated also, but ideally it is not very useful.
So any benefit of adding up that thing, or any other way to
if you do not have a
better?
full page, if you do not have a full page CV, then you can write that you participated in a competition. Otherwise, it's not of much use.
Thank you.
Sir, be specific. I cannot emphasize it enough. Anything that you write on your CV, each and every point has to be quantified, has to be specific. I worked for various clients. How do I know what is this various clients? Number of clients. I contacted a lot of companies on LinkedIn. A lot. What is a lot? I do not know. I helped the company a lot. I do not understand a lot. The software does not understand a lot. So everything that you write has to be quantified. You must mention the size and scope of your work. How many people you worked with? What was the budget of the project that you were working with? What are the kind of money and people involved in that project? And what is the potential and perspective of the project? So if you did not create an immediate impact, if the budgets were not there immediate, you can obviously, that is the time where you can sell your potential. That what was the potential impact of the work that you did. For example, if you were part of the placement team, you could have got 50 companies for the placement, but you can say that you initiated contact with 500 companies. That would be a potential recruitment pool for the college next year. Make sense?
Very much. Very
Yes?
much, sir.
No?
Yes, sir.
So here we have an example of how you can blow your mind. Can I request somebody to read it out for everyone?
Sure, sir, I can do that.
Yeah, please.
So project 1, design, manage execution of multi-city peak season BTL, consumer activation and trial for ice cream brand. The responsibilities are identify 11 markets and touch points basis business counter, potential and execution feasibility, minimize cost trial, and the second is understanding consumer buying patterns to create ice cream flavor calendar, create business impact tracker. The achievements are delivered 450K trial across 11 cities and 350 plus touch points, successfully completed 71% target trials in 1 month, reduced total cost by 37%, cost trial lowered by 40%, increased trial by 5%, and touch points by 40%. coordinated with clients, sales, marketing, production, and production team and BTL activation agency for effective rollout.
Thank you so much. I think that's enough. Thank you so much. Any idea how many years of work experience this is? Any guesses? How many years of work experience this person has mentioned in his projects? He's done a lot of
5
work.
years.
5 years. Any other guess? How many years of work experience this person has very well quantified and explained in these projects? I think he's done pretty much everything. Quantification of outcomes, size and scope of work, money and people involved, potential and prospective. Everything that you can think of is mentioned in this. 10 years of work experience? Nope. This is just 2 months of internship. This person has written 2 months of internship as if he's done 10 years of work. That's the power of writing with quantified objectives and metrics in mind. Did he take 10 minutes to write it? No, it would have taken hours to think about it. What does it pay? It pays you a rank which is probably the top 10 ranks on the software among 10,000 participants. If 10,000 applicants would have applied to a particular job, this internship alone would get the person ranked in the top 10. Yes or no?
Absolutely, sir.
So that's how we create an impact. Quantification. Size and scope, money and people involved, potential and prospective. Cannot emphasize more on this. Time to judge people behind their back, guys. Are we awake? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
बाकी जनता का क्या हाल है यार? We are done with the session. We can, if you guys feel like, except the people who are already super active, if other people want to ask any questions, want to enjoy this session, then we can come to the judging part. That's the most interesting and fun part, where we look at some of the sections of CVs of other people and make some good jokes about it, but only if some other people are awake as well. So do we want to proceed with it, or do we want to call it a day?
No, sir, we want to proceed.
No, let's proceed, sir.
आपके अलावा पक्का पक्का जागे हैं और लोग. Come on guys, give me a chance.
Yes, sir. We'll proceed.
अरे ये वही पापी जो जागे हुए थे वही हैं तो. Okay. Let me make it full screen. Just skim that. My bad, sorry. Yeah. So can anybody tell me what is wrong about these points? You have to tell me the mistakes only, according to all the things that we've talked about till now. How could you rewrite it better?
So the runner-up points should be at the end. Or
okay, that's good. Runner-up points should be
those
at
are
the
not
end.
actually necessary to include with this. We can cut those up
okay,
if needed.
Okay. Okay. Anything else? How would you make the CV great? How does it look to you anyway? On a scale of 1 to 5. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 5, how is it? Good, bad, ugly, horrible, fantastic?
So good, as we don't know.
Okay,
For
great.
us, it is totally new.
Okay, so I think we talked about a few points. We can judge it on that parameter. Is there any quantification here?
Sir.
No, sir.
No quantification.
No, sir.
Sorry. No quantification. That means the software will screw it up. If there is no quantification, the software will screw up the applicant.
So sir, how to add the quantification for this particular thing?
सर आप बताइए, ये तो हमने तो बात कर ली. सब कुछ क्वांटिफाई होना चाहिए, सब चीज का रिजल्ट चाहिए, कैसे करें? यहाँ पे
सर
qualification कैसे add करें?
सर ऐसे लिख सकते हैं जैसे विनर अगर हम बन, हाँ बोलिए, आप बोलिए।
सॉरी
सर ऐसे हम कर सकते हैं कि जैसे अगर विनर लिख रहे हैं तो अमाउंट हम कितनों के बीच हम विनर रहे, या फिर रनर अप लिख रहे हैं तो हम कितनों के बीच मतलब ऐसे रनर अप रहे, वो हम लिख सकते हैं इस तरह से।
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely. Numbers will improve your ranking on the software. So you write comparative number. It also becomes appealing to the eye. If you won a race where only you ran, there was no point of it. So how many people did you win the race against? That's what makes it worthy for somebody else. Anything else? Anything else that we can improve here? Quantification of outcome, money and people involved. What else? Can we improve anything else?
So to classify it and categorize it better.
Like?
But the winners together and the runner-ups separately, and we can add a lot more space that, for example, in the second last line is the winner of the cluster level and the runner-up of below region level. So we can divide this separately.
Okay. No other ideas, guys? We can make it better.
Sir, I think we can mention the year. I mean, the year in which we were winner or we were runner up.
Absolutely, year should have been there.
Because it shows that endurance of that particular candidate.
Absolutely. Chronology should have been there. Chronology should have been followed and year should have been mentioned. Absolutely correct. Anything for this? Let's come back to this. Okay, let's come back and see what should we look for. You can take a screenshot of this if you guys want. This is how somebody has glorified his 2 months internship. Like, I know people who write far less for 5 years of work experience. Take a quick glance. Quantification of outcome, size and scope of work, money and people involved, potential and prospective. And now let's come back to this. Can you improve and rewrite it to make it rank high on the ATS ranking? If there are 1000 applicants, how do you rank in the top 10 applicants? Come on guys, make it quick, yaar. Numbers, where are the numbers? Every line should have a number. Can we add numbers anywhere?
Sir, in the second, third, and fourth line.
What numbers will you add?
So how many firms were invited to the campus in the second line?
Absolutely. How many firms were invited?
And in the third line, how many inter or intra-college cricket tournaments were held?
Okay.
Organized.
Okay. Specific. We are going to get specific.
Specific.
This is not at all specific. It looks good, but it is badly written because it does not communicate anything. Yes, please go on. Somebody was saying something.
So maybe in the fourth point, we can mention some achievement, like what the person has done as a core team member.
Absolutely. Achievement. Where are the achievements? I
And
don't
how
see any
many
achievement.
members he or she selected?
Absolutely. In how many members he was selected? That is correct. Anything else?
They didn't mention the time of activity, when and where it was done.
Okay, that's absolutely correct. Time, the year is also not mentioned. How would I know when did you do it? Anything else?
Sir, awards वगैरह भी mention किए?
Absolutely. Did you get any awards? Did you get any recognition? Did you do anything meaningful that anybody liked you? Or it was like you were the college president everybody hated? like Donald Trump. Are we getting an idea of it, guys? It takes a lot of time and effort.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thinking on every point to make it specific.
Yes, sir.
It's easy. You can take an easy path and not put in a lot of efforts. But remember that for every job in India, there are 1,000 applicants. Even within your college, there would be 200, 300 applicants on every job. So how do you rank high if software is searching for your CV? And how do you stand out when you are actually called for an interview? Depends on how much efforts you put in while writing it. Let's have one last time. This is a brilliant example of hard work put in extracurricular activities. I haven't seen anyone win so many MUNs at so many colleges. Still not the best representative points. What can we improve here? So much hard work put in, beating up speakers at every college, getting best awards, best speaker awards, high commendations, so many prizes. Still, what's missing? Numbers.
Years missing.
Years missing. It's an absolute disaster if you do not mention the year or the month where you, if it's internship, the month should also be there. If it's competition, just year works.
So the numbers are placed at the end of the sentence. I think they should be in the starting.
Absolutely, you can do that if you want to. That is your individual choice. Anything else? Come on, guys. Nobody?
सर रनर अप इसने फिर से बीच में डाला हुआ है, जैसे फर्स्ट पे इसने रनर अप लिखा है इन फर्स्ट पोजीशन ऑफ 242.
Absolutely correct. So let's look at the bottom. Now what he has done is he has won a lot of prizes at IIT Delhi, BITS Pilani, NSIT, GMC, and he has clubbed them all, whereas the runners up are very easily visible. So what could have been done is the runners up could have been avoided and these could have been increased. So you could have made probably instead of 2, 3 points or 4 points, because it is at so many different colleges. So it would have made more of a winning impact. Your CV is also the most expensive and most precious advertising space that you have. So you do not want to waste it on runners up. You want to be a winner. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So, I hope some of you who are awake and managed to strive through session will be able to apply it in your CVs. And yes, we'll soon start circulating some good internships and projects under the Yuva vertical. And I hope a lot of you get selected for them if you apply with some good CVs.
Sir, is it better to write a second or third position rather than writing the first or second?
Doesn't make much of a difference, your choice. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for your time. I hope we learned something, at least some of you did. And that's all from my side. If you have any questions, if you have any doubts, feel free to shoot. We'll share the draft of template for you, which you can use if you want to work. I think in all probability for Yuva verticals, we'll make it mandatory to apply through this template only, so that you put in some efforts to make a good CV. For your college, of course, it will be your choice how you want to go about it, but for Yuva, we'll make it mandatory for internships.
Sure, sir.
So make sure you put in some efforts, and if you have any doubts, you can let me know.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, actually, I'm an MBA first year student, and
Okay.
I haven't done any internships yet, and I want to make my career in finance. So how do I get finance internship?
Yeah, go to LinkedIn, go to Lex Intern, go to Internshala, look for start working with startups part-time. There are a lot of startup internships that are available online. There are a lot of finance courses that you can start with. You can start with financial modeling, you can start with Excel, you can start with PowerPoint. You
So,
have to
sir,
start
actually, I
learning.
wanted to ask you: is financial modeling course worth it? Does it make any difference if I've done it?
Yeah, absolutely. You can do it. You can do it from Udemy. I think most of the courses are available for around $400 there. During a lot of, they keep running a lot of sales throughout the year. So you can just wait,
Okay,
and
okay.
whenever the next sale happens, you can get most of the courses for 400. I think.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you.
Anything else, guys? Otherwise, we'll call it a day.
So for regarding, so I am also an MBA first year student.
Okay.
So some suggestions regarding internships or the other suggestions regarding this for marketing stream.
First, start working hard. Yeah, that's the first suggestion. You have to start working with the structure. See, this is the structure that you have to follow. Write down your aim for yourself. What is the effort that you want to put in under every structure? This is what will help you build not just your CV, but your personality as a whole. So if you're interested in marketing, you need to have good communication skills. You need to have good people management skills, and you need to learn some digital marketing, some online selling. So start some courses on that.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Can
much,
we
guys. Thank you so
get
much.
this PPT?
I'll see if we can circulate it. In most probably, I'll send some templates and a draft guideline with it. PPT, I'll see if we can send that as well.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, if we mention about any course which we have done, do we have to back it up with a certificate from that?
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. You should have it.
Okay, and sir.
Most companies will not check it, but you should have it.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Because some might. In internships, nobody will check it. So let's say you start doing a course, so you can mention pursuing this course. That also you can mention that you're pursuing a financial modeling course, you're pursuing a digital marketing course.
Okay, sir.
That
Thank
can
you.
also be done. So when you're pursuing, you do not need to show the CV because show any certificate. Yeah. Anyone else? Over to you, Simran. Thank you so much.
sir. Does anybody have any other questions, or shall we move ahead with the vote of thanks? All right. So now I would like to invite Isha Vedahi, the membership head of CII Yuva chapter, to propose a vote of thanks.
Thanks, Aditi. So on behalf of entire Hindu CII Yuva team, I would like to thank Dheeraj sir for taking out time from his busy schedule and joining us in this session. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your valuable insights and helping us to learn the basics of building a CV, which has always seemed to be a hard nut to crack. We truly believe that this session would be profitable and fruitful for everyone present here. Thanking you. I request each and everyone to please switch on their cameras. We would be having a group photograph. Everyone is requested to please switch on their cameras. Also, this is for the Yuva members. Those who are here, please remain. We'll be circulating the attendance form in the chat box, so you need to fill it up.
And for members who are just waking up from their slumber, I'll repeat, for Yuva internships and projects that will be circulating, we'll make this format mandatory. So if you've slept through the session, isme tera ghata, mera kuch nahi jata. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
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 Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Dheeraj, thanks a lot. Thanks a
Thank
lot
you
for
so
your
much.
time.
Thank you so
For your
much, sir.
time and for your valuable practical experience that you have shared with the student. I'm
Thank
telling
you,
you,
sir.
it's a so much worth that you can't even quantify the cost of the student's lecture. I'm telling you,
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you
it's a
so much.
so
Great.
invaluable experience and tips you are getting from a person who is not just talking in terms of theoretical knowledge. He is a practical person. He is a FMS pass out, and as well as he is his own startup, my friend, and he is in the business of this, making the people employable. So I think no one can give a better idea than Dheeraj. I think so. You people are lucky that we are having a coordinator like Mr. Dheeraj with us. Really wonderful, Dheeraj.
Thank you so much, sir.
Really.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support.
I joined late, but Dheeraj, I was lucky to have you main points of your all your lecture today. And really, I thought that in my times when I did MBA from University Business School, Chandigarh in 2002, I think at that time the CV making used to be called a art actually. But by your lecture, I came to know it's not an art, it's a science as well as. So it's a science as well as arts both.
Thank you so much for your kind words, sir, and thank you so much for your thorough support. We are extremely grateful for all the time and efforts that you're putting in the Yuva program. Really appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, Dheeraj, and I'm looking for other session also from your side also.
Absolutely,
Really.
sir.
I think we need more session from you mainly.
That's very kind of you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.